just going to share a little bit about my experience with Campus Mission Week last week and what God did in my heart when just reflecting on it. So last weekend I got a chance to finally sit down and just reflect on Campus Mission Week, and I was just thinking about all the different conversations I had with different people, and the O Cafe I went to, and my time at the iZones and large group, and I was just thinking about how great God is and all the wonderful things He did, and just praising Him for that. And then I realized that there's so much that I don't know that happened that week, that there's so many different stories that I don't know that happened. God did so much that I'm unaware of. Tonight in this room, there's a lot of different perspectives of Campus Mission Week represented, and what I mean by that is maybe last week was your first time coming to InterVarsity, or maybe you're super familiar with Campus Mission Week and you have come to a bunch of events before over the years, or maybe this year you got to help lead an O Cafe, or you got to spend some time at the iZones talking to different people. Whatever it may be, your stories vary throughout here, and you have a different perspective on the week. And God did things in your life, I know that. So this weekend, when I was just reflecting on Campus Mission Week, I'm going through this devotional book thing, and it's just full of 3-word phrases that are intended to draw your heart towards Jesus. And I thought the 3-word phrase for that weekend that I read was perfect for Campus Mission Week, and I want to share it with you guys tonight. And the 3-word phrase was celebrate every win. I'll say that again. It was celebrate every win. I spent a long time thinking about that. What does that mean, to celebrate every win? And what even classifies as a win? What does that even mean? What I came up with was, I think that anytime we take one step closer towards Jesus, that's a win, and that's worth celebrating. Something else that I've learned is that step that you take towards Jesus looks different for all of us. It looks completely different. And so maybe last week was your first time coming to InterVarsity. That's something worth celebrating. Or maybe you invited a friend to InterVarsity or an O Cafe. Whether they came or not, that is something worth celebrating. Or maybe you spent some time at an iZone talking to people. Or maybe you went to an O Cafe and you got plugged in with community. Maybe you gave your life to Christ. All of that is worth celebrating. And the celebration is not confined to Campus Mission Week as well. Anytime you take a step towards Jesus, that's one step closer, and we should celebrate that. And so that was the desire of my heart tonight, that you guys would be able to reflect what Jesus did in your heart this week and what steps you took, whatever step that may be, and you'd be able to celebrate. So I'm going to read that devotion that I read this weekend, and I just pray that you will be able to reflect on that and your heart will be drawn towards celebration. Celebrate every win. You are an evangelist. Rejoice in the Lord and serve Him in your daily battle. For every new believer marks a triumph over darkness. Celebrate the power of the gospel to comfort one who turned away from evil and towards Christ. Thanks be to God for the victory over sin and death through Christ. Celebrate every win.